So it finally happened to you. You thought you had a secure job, you got laid off. Now you're trying to figure out what you want to do. You're questioning if you even should go back in software development. AI is on my heels, more experienced developers on my heels. Rod, what should I do? I am really concerned about these layoffs. Or you see other people getting laid off. What do you do? What are my options? Is there anything you can do, guys? Well, I'm going to cover 3 things in this video that's going to put you in a position so that you can be better off after a layoff or prevent you from actually being laid off from an extended amount of time. So let me get into this video and explain to you all the details. All right, guys, I really want to be straight up with you guys. There's no way to save yourself from a layoff. No one's safe. I'm just letting you know that now. We don't have any magical dust here. But what we can do is make sure if it happens to you, you're going to be in the best position to get another job and maybe even level up in the process as you are already prepared to go, guys. And before I even get into the action items, a lot of you guys may think, let me get into a specific job or a specific place to save myself from a layoff. You can actually be doing everything you need to do as a employee, working for a successful portion of the business, and they decide they don't need it anymore and just cut you right away. So I'm not saying it's impossible or there's no secure jobs out there. I'm just saying that no one's safe. You can get laid off even if things are going right. So don't have this false sense that you are safe and you don't have to worry about anything, because all of us have to worry about things. Companies go belly up all the time. They get bought out, mergers. It can be a lot of different things. So don't just think that every certain jobs are safe. Even the corporate executives, they may get a golden parachute on the way out, but they do get laid off. That's my point. So you want to make sure you put yourself in a position where you have a parachute as well, and you're not left out in the cold where your bills can't get paid, you're frustrated, and you look up and it's 3 years and you haven't gotten a replacement job. That's what we're trying to prevent from you guys, and put you guys in a position to win. So do me a favor, guys. In the comment section below, talk about your layoff. When the last time you were laid off? How long it took you to get a job? Are you still working trying to get a job? Tell me about your experience below in the comments, guys. Let's start a conversation so that we can. All right, guys. Number 2, always have a backup plan. And I know you guys may think, Rod, that's easier said than done, but hear me out. First of all, guys, it don't take much. You just need to know your local job market. Have some feelers out. Stuff that you already should be doing for project-based work and for networking and stuff already. You're just making sure you kind of keep an eye on the job market. Always be looking, guys. Always be looking. Not necessarily so that you can move. You just want to know the lay of the land. Just like you come into these projects and you're trying to learn the different platforms and who's using what technology, who's on Azure, who's on AWS, who's using Python, who's using this. You do that same thing in the market, guys. As you're looking at the new technologies, who's using AI, kind of look at the job posting. Hey, they got job posting. Hey, I met that guy over in the auditorium at an event. Just drop your name, nothing in detail. If you have a card or something or a number, just let them know about you. Keep your LinkedIn updated. Make sure you are promoting yourself so that if something happens, you already have feelers out there. You already part of the market. It's nothing worse than somebody who get laid off and they have no idea what to do. Because the truth of the matter is, guys, what's going to happen is when you're in the middle of it, you have no plan. That's when you start to make stupid mistakes. And we don't want you to make stupid mistakes. We don't want you to come across as desperate, because once you're desperate, you haven't done all this, then your value is lowered. Your perceived value is lowered. Now you can't execute on the interview or your resume accordingly because you're all nervous. You're worried about getting your bills paid. You don't have a plan. And you just making all kind of bad decisions. We want to prevent that, guys. So the truth of the matter is, having a plan reduce that stress even though you got laid off. You already know what you need to do. You already got fillers out. You already know, hey, let me go over here. John need a programmer. May not be paying exactly what I was making, or it may not necessarily be exactly the technology, but they know I can do the job and I'm coming in a position of strength. That's the name of the game, guys, you need to be playing. And that's where we talk about in our 7-step guide when we talk about our point number 3, when you're getting into showcasing your value. It's very important that you guys do this on the front end and make sure you come in a power position even during the layoffs, guys. We talk about that. And if you already signed up for my free 7-step guide, go ahead and check out my 30-day developer course, guys. I'm gonna really put you in a position so that even if you got a job, it puts you in a position so that you can either get a better job or prevent you. I won't say use the word prevent. I'm gonna use the word get you ready in the case of a layoff so that you can still level up even in a chaotic position, guys. So check out all the good stuff in the description box, guys, all those free goodies. Like I was talking about in point number 2, guys, where you have your backup plan, and point number 1, you are making sure everything's in place as far as just you aware of everybody can get laid off. Number 3 is always be networking, guys. Always be networking. Even if you got a job that you think you'll never get laid off at, always be networking. You don't have to be out here just having cards, just throwing them all over the place. All I'm saying is, as you're working on those projects, as you are learning the industry, it's just that much easier so that you can, hey, by the way, you guys are working on this technology. You know, how long you been doing this? Learning their infrastructure, learning who need what. Do they got a development team? Do they do offshores? Learning the lay of the land. Always be putting your name out there as a resource so that you can be helpful. Not because of you're doing it because you're helping them as well. And if you're in a time of need, they'll be in a position to recommend you at the very minimum or offer a job to you. That's the thing to do, guys. Networking from a business perspective, tech perspective, just kind of putting your name out there. And a lot of you guys as an IT professionals are introverted, and I can understand that. You don't want to go to the networking events and all that stuff, which is fine. I'm not going to push you to do that. I just want you to know the landscape. I just want you to know the industry. I just want you to have a couple of contacts out there so if all else fails, you know who to go to or know who to drop a line to. Because the worst thing to be is the person who applying for a job after you got laid off. Now you got a stack of virtual, let's just assume a virtual stack of resumes that people don't want to go through and like, oh my God, it's just not going to work. You want to be the person who bypass that whole process and have a connection inside so that you can be able to get a job relatively fast compared to all other people in this stack of resumes that's going to take months to get to. You're essentially cutting the line by doing this. I can't stress this enough. When you are in a layoff situation, this is going to be vital to your mental health, to your career going forward, and your confidence level. Because a lot of people are stressed out during this time. They feel like they're alone and they just feel like, hey, everybody's against me. When you got those connections, been doing that networking, you got a book or you got a phone that actually has this information in there. You already have a plan. You already know what to expect. And now you are always networking, guys. So I'm not going to beat this dead horse too long because I know at the end of the day, a lot of you guys are going to be already on top of it and you've already checked my 7-step. Oh, you didn't. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out that 7-step guide, guys. Links below. That way we can go to full spectrum. We can get you guys started, put you guys in a position to win. And if you haven't already, well, if you already decided for a 7-step guide, go check out the 30-day developer course as well. Links for that is also below. Like, subscribe to the content, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and check it out. We got more videos coming out for you guys. A lot of stuff planned out, just executing. So just be ready for that. And obviously, like, subscribe to the content. I'll put a link to my 7-step guide here on the screen, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.